Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. As always, on a new patch day, there are going to be bugs, right? I mean, I'd be shocked, stunned, completely flabbergasted if we downloaded the patch and there was just all 100% seamless gameplay. And I know that people don't like when YouTubers defend Kabam. They think they're paid off shrills. Kabam has never paid me a penny, and they never will. But I do think that some expectation for bugs comes with the territory of a new patch. I'm not saying that that means Kabam shouldn't have done more testing. I'm not saying that doesn't mean that sometimes the player isn't entitled to some form of compensation because of it. But it's just a part of the game. New patch, new bugs. It's been like that for years, and I anticipate it will be like that for a lot longer. So I run an iPhone 13, the newest iPhone. And I'm going to just show a round of arena fights just to show you what I see when I do this. You've got the background screen. This loads normally. I'm connected to Wi-Fi. There isn't lag on my phone, so to speak. And I'm showing you this specifically because I've heard from people behind the scenes who play on older phones. It could be an iPhone 6 or 7. It could be an older Android phone. And they're sending me videos where their arena looks like it's in slow motion. Now, this wouldn't be the first time that we've seen that lag due to frame rate or processor issues. But my fear with Battlegrounds coming back this month, maybe permanently, certainly not in beta test form like we saw in the past, is that it's going to take an even more powerful device to run smoothly. And that's going to be a huge problem for the average person who can't afford a new device. And I see this all the time when I talk about old device issues, where you have people who are just the most elitist sounding douchebags in the comments that say, just buy a new phone. It's like the people that say, just throw an Odin at it. Well, look, I speak for the average person. I don't speak for you. And so the average person can't afford, that I talk to, can't afford the Black ISO store every month, can't spend $100 plus automatically on this game a year. Nevertheless, spend $1,000 or $500 on a new phone. And what happens if you're somebody who's a high schooler or maybe even a college student who's got a very strict budget? Shoot, I talk to people who have decent jobs, but they've got 4 kids and a spouse that's trying to budget so that they can buy the gallon of milk. You can't just say, "Hey, honey, I'm just gonna get a new phone so I can play this game." That's a recipe for a divorce. And that is not my goal on my channel, to increase the divorce rate of either this country or the world. So I thought if I recorded this and timed it right, I would also show my first Alliance Quest fight of this new patch, just to see if maybe there's some issues there, because sometimes that's where people seem between Alliance Quest and Alliance War. Now, I can't show War because I don't do War, and I'm not going to suddenly do that. Now, I did hit Find Match, and there was a little bit of a delay in finding the match. That's not exactly a shocker. Okay, before I go to the Alliance Quest fight, because you can see at the time of recording this, it's going to start in less than a minute. I'm going to blacken the screen, and I'm going to bring up... Aston reached out to me. Mr. Aston Ellington, to be exact. Because he was one of those summoners who, when he downloaded the new patch, this is what the screen showed. Ant-Man was trying to complete a fight, and the graphics behind him were still attempting to be moved. You know, that you can see the screen. And what's really fascinating, if I hide my webcam, is that the server icon, which usually is loading at the bottom right, is not visible. It's almost like the game is just permanently frozen. And so you can see he's on an iPhone. He's got a connection to the Wi-Fi. He's checking it back and forth. And this is just the screen that makes it right now for him unplayable, as he said. An unplayable screen to test this fight out. And specifically, he emailed saying, "I think the update is broken. I'm sorry to bother you, but I think the update is broken and my game is hanging after fights. I took the new look Ant-Man out. My game just froze after the fight. No spinning, white circle, no can't connect symbol, nothing. My Wi-Fi was fine. Moved to 5G, still nothing." This is not the first and certainly won't be the last report of issues like this into the game. So I am now going to blacken the screen once again, go back into the game, and test out the Alliance Quest fight, because the new setup is detected and I will be the first to join. And you can see this is my AQ Map 6 team: Proxima Midnight, Corvus, and Black Widow Clairvoyant. Love the Proxima Midnight synergy. She is worth it to me to use that synergy in Alliance Quest, even though she technically takes up a spot. I just basically use Corvus for everything. Now, Black Widow Clairvoyant is a master at boss fights, especially the Vision Arcus boss fight. So that's worth noting. Now, the specific node that we choose on day 2... Oh, come on, fire out Special 3. Or Special 2. Do not get to a Special 3, please. 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 Now this feels like an all or nothing node. There we go. Dex and Dex. The specific node is a nightmare for... And now I just missed a parry, but I swear I tapped the screen. Alright, well this will end well because of the Special 2. But hopefully, if you have missed parries, hit me up. We'll see if that's a problem. Let's try one more with OG Daredevil, just to test it out. Even with one mission, the difference in a rank 4 Corvus, really any rank, but especially rank 4 Corvus. Okay, so that parry went well. And that parry went well. And you'll notice because of willpower, I am healing. And there we go. Okay, well, that's better. Well, that fight went well. So, Kabam cannot censor this video. It is an open forum for feedback, like any bug video. So, I need your help on this. I need to know where you're seeing the bugs and what device you're using. If it's an iPhone, what model of iPhone? If it's an Android, what model of Android, you know? And we will discuss and get additional feedback there. I'm not saying that this is historic. This is normal for this game. But at the same time, also normal sometimes is a history of people putting in submissions for problems and Kabam deleting the forum post or silencing them to the point of frustration, or just shadow banning people where they don't even know their post can't be seen until they have somebody from their alliance check to see if they can see it and they say no. So if that's happening to you, you might want to have somebody check on that post to see if they can see it. Either way, those are the bugs for today so far. Ashton, thank you for the feedback, and everybody else who's hit me up that I didn't cover in this specific video.